What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. First things first, this footage is being used on a fair use basis, commentary and reporting. You don't know. Second thing second, I've got to say a big shout out for my general inside the zone and Matchroom for giving me the drop on this. Obviously, for my South American Donnies out there, for the sake of this, listen, I'm going to call him Unrata. Yeah, your boy the YB has got an Unrata within Matchroom and the zone. He gave me the drop. He said, yo YB, I've seen your videos. I've seen you've been exposing the MTK, the Matchroom, the zone, the El Trapperhan, Daniel Kinahan operation, the cover-up operation to lead us to believe what actually happened didn't happen. Yeah? And essentially, that's what you see at the start of this video. My man said, I'm not going to say where he works, but he works in a division which is close to the video production things, obviously. He said, listen, we was putting the behind the scenes video together and we got a top tap on the shoulder. Yeah? Cut this part out still, is what I'm told they was told. And if you don't believe me, let's look at the editing. Watch the editing, you've seen it yourself. Yeah? In fact, tell you what we'll do is we'll run through it together so it's clear for everyone. But even the audio, it don't flow. Behind the scenes content, traditionally, if you go and watch BT Sports, by the way, shout out to BT Sports, they ain't on no cover up thing. BT Sports released the Daniel Dubois audio. They actually went out of their way for true disclosure. If you go on BT Sports, they released a full 5-minute audio recording of Daniel Dubois' corner. And I believe if you're paying money, if you're a paying customer, I don't see why not. What is this? Are we running, is this boxing or is this WWE? If it's WWE, I understand how you got to fix and match. If it's not, put the things out there, man. People have paid their monies to watch the full show, not to see bits cut out that you don't want us to see. Anyway, let's run through it together. First things first, we see, and by the way, for you, so you man can know, the first piece of footage comes from the Matchroom platform. Because Matchroom and the Zone, they both did their own behind the scenes footage. So the first one you see, Billy Joe, so the rounds just ended, and obviously, like I said at the start of the video, I'm using this on a fair use basis, commentary and reporting, but I can't show you, man, 10 minutes of the video, but take my word for it. This, where it picks up from, the start of this video picks up from the end of the last round. So Billy Ho's been hit, 90 seconds in with that big uppercut, and then it switches to him now, you see him walking back to his corner at the end of that round. So he walks back to his corner, and you see him sit down, and then you barely see him sit down. He walks, end of the round, walks back to the corner, barely see him sit down. Next thing you know, it cuts to my man waving it off. Cuts to him waving it off. And then you hear the man go, it's over, but it doesn't flow. The visuals don't flow. You're missing information there. Traditionally, bear in mind though, this is behind the scenes footage. Behind the scenes is meant to be the bits you don't see. Guess what we didn't see? We didn't see the corner stuff. And to be honest, even the live video, even the live fight video had more information and more footage of how the fight ended than that did. This literally, he walks back to the corner and then you see the referee waving it off. Like, what planet is that on? In what fight does that chain of events unfold? Oh, look, the fight finished and now the man's waving off. Well, how? For example, if you hadn't watched the fight yet, a behind-the-scenes footage is supposed to be the bits people didn't see. And most importantly, behind-the-scenes footage usually is like a epilogue. It documents all the stages of the fight. Well, guess what? In a fight, what's the most important part of the footage? Sorry, what's the most important part of a fight? How it ends. Oh, no. Skips over that nicely. And all you see is him waving off. We're not told why he waved it off or what happened. If you hadn't watched the fight, you wouldn't have a clue what's going on. You wouldn't have a clue. That there is shoddy. And it's not shoddy. It's obviously not the video tech's fault, but I'm saying it is a shoddy production. But it's not a shoddy production. They haven't done this accidentally. The Zone is known to their credit for doing very detailed documentaries. The problem is, like I told you, man, the video techs, from what I'm hearing, from obviously my Unratadon, obviously, like I told you before, your boy the YB has got an Unratadon inside all these different, you know what I'm saying, one of them ones there. And he told me, listen, I got a tap on the shoulder and was told, yo, chop this piece out still. That's what he said. And if you don't believe me, watch it yourself. You can see it. And it's probably hella goofy sounding and looking. It sounds goofy. The audio cutting is goofy. Yeah? The video cutting is goofy. So anyway, let's run through it again. So you see him wave it off, and then you see Alvarez banging his chest. So wait, let's run through it. This right here again is the matchroom behind the scenes footage. So wait there a minute. The fight ends. Billy Ho walks back to the corner. You then just about see him sit down. Before it moves on to the next logical step, it switches to the ref waving it off. And then it switches to Alvarez celebrating. Where's the audio? Where's the video? Where's the detail? It's meant to be behind the scenes. Not, oh, you know, we're going to cut and chop and try and manipulate the public's opinion and the public's knowledge and the public's truth about what really happened. It's just bad. It looks real bad. And again, most men don't notice, but unfortunately, you're coming up against 190 IQ Don. Yeah? So you get caught lacking. Unless you man a 200 IQ, you're gonna get exposed. Simple as that. And you can't win. You just can't. You get everywhere you go, you're getting chopped up. No doubt. Anyway, the next part. And now this one, the first one was Matchroom. The second one is from DAZN themselves. Now, DAZN one, you see Alvarez land a big uppercut. And this video was an 8-minute video. The Matchroom one was 24 minutes. This was 8 minutes. You see him land a big uppercut. Billy Ho then walks back to his corner with his with his bruised eye. And it zooms in a bit. And then you see him on the corner. And I promise you can watch it yourself. I haven't edited anything. I haven't cut nothing out. Go watch it for yourselves. That's what I suggest you do. Go watch it for yourself and you'll see it. I haven't cut nothing. So Billy Ho gets hit. He walks back. It zooms into the corner. But whilst it zooms into the corner, it spends no more than what? Let me work it out. It spends no more than 5 seconds focused on the corner. Now, that corner exchange went on for about 2 minutes because the full minute rest was used for the discussion. And then before the bell started for the next round, there was still a bit of a kerfuffle. So there was at least, 80, 90 seconds of information there to be had. Instead, we get about 4 or 5 seconds of it, and then it switches to Alvarez banging his chest. So wait there a minute. Billy gets hit. That's 2 seconds. Billy walks back. That's 2 seconds. Billy's on the chair. That's 2 seconds. And then Alvarez is celebrating. That's 2 seconds. What's that? Where's the quality? Where's the information? I'll tell you where it went. In fact, you can ask the man who tapped my Don on the shoulder and told him to cut it out. That's what you can ask. Yeah? Chop, chop, snip, snip. He got the snip. And I know for a fact, yeah, my man makes fire documentaries. It's all these executive dons telling him, trying to give him the snip. Yeah? All these executive dons trying to give my man the snip on his quality, on his product. Yeah? Stop trying to snip the product. Stop trying to snip the product, Eddie Hearn. We want to watch the full thing. Yeah? Let my man's creative juices flow. Why are you always trying to be in the video, trying to snip things up? We want to see what really happened. Not 2 seconds of this, 2 seconds of that. There was 90 seconds of what do they call it? 90 seconds of censored content. El Trapahan, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN, they all said, listen, you best cut that out. Otherwise you're going to end up missing like Mark Tibbs. That's what they said, no doubt. So I can't even blame my man. I told him, listen, just cut it out. Because he rang me and said, YB, I feel conflicted. I feel conflicted that the people ain't going to get to see the truth. I said, listen, end of the day, you don't want to end up like Mark Tibbs. You don't want to end up missing. So just cut the thing there. That's what, no doubt, 100%. Yeah? And that's why you see this shoddy documentary right here. Chopping and cutting. And to be fair, I've made it sound better than it really is. Because really, you see 2 seconds of him getting hit by Alvarez. Then you see 2 seconds of him walking back. But the 2 seconds you see of him on the thing, on the, what do they call it? On the bench, on the stool, the audio, all you hear is, oh, it's over. Oh, it's over, dude. It's over. You hear the commentator celebrating it's over. So it's a bit misleading. If you only watch the visual, it implies that for them 2 seconds, you're hearing how the fight ended. You're not. They've subbed the audio out. They've cut the audio. The audio from the corner's been cut out. And instead, you get the visual of Billy Ho jacking covered with the audio of the fight finishing. So again, you don't know why it finished. All you know is the fight finished, and you only get 2 seconds of the 90 seconds. So I don't care what no one says, man. It's supposed to be a behind the scenes. When Floyd Mayweather was doing 24/7 episodes, and I have to credit him because he really was one of the pioneers of this. Yes, there was earlier documentaries, but I mean, making a real franchise out of it, it was Floyd Mayweather. And the epilogues Floyd Mayweather used to do, you include detail. Now, to be fair to Floyd, or to be fair to Eddie Hearn and DAZN and whatnot, I'm sure if Floyd had lost, they probably would have done some chopping and cutting too. But at the end of the day, Alvarez didn't lose. This was the B-side Don. Although, as it happens, the B-side Don is connected with some real trapper dans. So I can understand that. Yeah? We know that El Trapahan can touch anyone, anywhere. No doubt. So I do understand that when you're working with a true trap Dan, yeah, when you're working with a true trap general, a trap prince, then listen, anything can happen. For example, just look what happened to Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor got touched as well. Yeah, he thought McGregor got gassed. McGregor got too gassed. Yeah, thinking he was running Ireland, he got touched. Yeah, let's not forget that McGregor got touched. He thought he was too big for his boots. He thought he was too big dog. And then next thing you know, Christie put the hand out and touched him, and that was that. Yeah, he got touched. And next thing you know, McGregor's dad's having to beg for his life. So I understand that. Listen, no, it's no joking matter now. Yeah, when Christie want to touch you get touched, no doubt. So listen. End of the day, though, on a serious note. In fact, it's all serious, but on a serious note, we want to just let the truth be out there. Yeah, let the truth be out there. I know that you, man, want to be trying to change what really happened, but we've all seen it. There's nothing wrong with jacking. There's nothing wrong with folding. If you fold, you fold. He folded. Yeah? Like a deck chair. A cheap deck chair. A cheap looking ass deck chair at that. But there's an old saying, live and let live. You man don't ever want to let things live and let live. So, listen. We just want to know the truth, that's it. I'm going to end it there, but it's bait. If you're going to do a good editing job, at least do it good. It was too bait. The audio, when you listen to it, yeah, the audio is chopping and cutting. It's just goofy. The audio is so goofy, and the visual is so goofy. I swear to God, watch it. It's so goofy. Goofy.com. It's literally evident when you watch it. It's completely evident they've done some mad cutting on it to go out of their way. It doesn't follow whatsoever.